Okay, guys, last week I started doing the fine tuning with using OpenAI. So today I'm going to continue doing that. So I have a few minutes to run through it. So I really wanted to go and help you guys out on this part. So I noticed some errors that I done, and then today I'm going to go through it. I got to fix the issues, extract the command, and create a file so where we can actually create a new fine tune model. So first of all, I wanted to explain to you guys what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a JSON file, but I wanted to have this structure here. And the reason why is because I've used this data model to fine tune my LLM. And this LLM today is the LLM that's embedded into the TGS, the Terminal Generative Shell. So I wanted to improve this model. So I have this file here where I create a bunch of instructions, and I wanted to get instructions sent to OpenAI and get the related command back from it. So this is actually the file. So it's a very simple file. So one of the things that I noticed while I was working on it is that I was actually importing wrong. I was interacting wrong with the text file. So I was doing the read, and when you do a read from the file, it considered everything as one string itself. So when we iterate within this string, you actually iterating from each character of that string. So when you go down here and see the line here, it's actually interacting with the first string. So if you printed his guy here, it's going to say this line is D. So that's not something that we want. Okay, so I'm going to clean this because we're not going to start from scratch. So the first fix we need to do is to read line. So read line is something that we need to do, and it's something that's really important for us to actually get for each line of the command. So if you see here, we do this again. When you call, we see that the line now is the whole line, and then ChatGPT now it's going to return a command for us. So that's the whole command here. Next step now is to extract the command, create a JSON file, and then for this JSON file, we will be able to create our file. So first we need to actually improve our responses. So response message here, we're gonna go and if the response message is none, we wanted to there not to actually return here because we don't want it to deal with like because sometimes they can have a problem with connections and ChatGPT can fall back and you not get the message that you want. If there is no message, then we return and you can interact with the next one and try it again. So we're going to create a command here where we're going to extract the command file. So we're going to use the JSON loads. So the JSON loads here, we're going to have the response message, and then we're going to get the 0 because this is an array. If you go back here, you're gonna see here that the response the, the response message. Oh, sorry, it's not here. It's here. The response to us is a message, and then the message is an array. So array a message. We're gonna get the message. Oh, no, the message. Sorry, we're gonna get the function. Yes, we're gonna get the function that's there, and then with the function we get the arguments. Yeah, in the command. So that's the thing that we wanted to get. There's an argument that's going to return it from the command function call. So then we're going to create a new object from that. So creating a new object now is going to use JSON.dumps to create a new object. And I can do like command, okay. But then I wanted to actually not just the command here, I want to get the whole object. So because the whole object is actually invocation and command. So I want to get invocation and get the line here because the line is actually the invocation. So the invocation and the command, then we have a new object. So let's try and test it out first. Let's see if we get this right. Let's see. Error. Okay. Command JSON loads object not subscribable. Okay. Okay. So let's try again. So response choice dot message. I feel like wait. Let's print this first here. I think I done a mistake here. Let's see. Response message. Okay. And let's run again. Okay, response message. Yeah, there's no way I can call function here because we are on message, and message there's all these arguments here, right? So for us, we need to actually to get the function, we need to get the two calls. Yeah, two calls. So let's go here, message on two calls, and then now we can get the function arguments. Okay, so let's remove this guy here. Okay, so perfectly. And now you have the object. So now we have the object. We're going to return the object here. Boom, that we have it there. We have to improve as well our for. So why we need to improve our for? Because now we're going to create the object outside that function. And this object is going to be the task command. I'm going to call it task command object. The reason is because every time you're going to interact within the lines, you're going to extract a command. So you're going to extract a command here. All right. And this command now you're going to assign inside the task object. So the way that we structure here, we want the key to be a string of number and then the invocation and everything. So now you're going to be able to call here. So what I want to do is call index here, and then we can do enumerate like on Rust. Enumerate lines. Okay, what's going on here? It's not defined. So enumerate. Okay, that's it. And then we can run our command line here. So one of the things you can do here now is now we get the command. So if command is not none, because it can return none there. So like if it's not none, that object index equals the command. That's it. And well, I don't want like that. I want a string of index plus one because index can 0. I don't want from 0. I want from 1. I think that's it. What's happening here? What's happening here? All right, I just rewrite here. I don't know what's happened. Let's see again. Let's test it out again. And invalid syntax. Okay, now it works. Okay, so now we have the invocations working until 5. So just to go through here, so like I run 5 lines, and then now it iterate the lines if it's none, and then to the task object and plus 1, and then now this print here is this guy here, this task command object. So next now we need to write the file. So we're gonna do with open. Okay, so you're gonna create a new nl2 bash data JSON as app. Okay, this guy here, JSON dump, and yeah, I think we're gonna print finished. I'm just gonna print this as finished. All right, so just to recap now, what we're doing here is loading the client for the OpenAI, loading the fine-tuned text file, and read of the lines. And here, what we're doing is for each line, I'm running the conversation. The conversation is gonna get the message, and then it's gonna give us a response in a form of function that's gonna return this argument here. So when we create a chat completion here, we pass the message, we pass the tools, and you get the response. That is the tool call. That's the function call that they call it. And then I can extract the command from the response message and create a new object here, which is the invocation and the line. When we return this object here, we assign to this command. And if the command is none, because it's possible that it will be none, we create we add to the task command object on this index here, the command itself. So now hopefully you're going to be able to run here and create a new file adding this task command object. And let's see, let's run it. It'll take a while because it's going to the internet to pull data and it's finished it. And let's see now, we get a new nl2 bash data. And we have here nl2 bash data. Okay, so I'm gonna do a intent we're gonna do an indent here, just to I want to do an indent here for just to break down the object, so we're gonna be able to see it a little bit better. Hopefully, it's gonna be better. Okay, so no response. See, there's was one that didn't respond, and now we're gonna go back here, and then good. So that's really nice now, because now we have the same type of invocation here. So we have the invocation, we have the display process, and then we have the command and top. Nice. We now have a uh, functioning functional call that we can now start to fill up the data JSON with our invocations and our response and our commands. And then we will be able to now be adding more data to fine tune even more our model. And the reason is I think I showed you on the last video, the current data is kind of biased, so I wanted to diminish the bias, adding more data to the fine tuning. So in that case, we're going to be able to actually make the model actually send us different type of commands, and then more accurate commands depending on the intent that you wanted to do into that context while you're working. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will be publishing this on the repository. You're gonna check on the link down below, and you can help it out if you want to. So because the next step now is to generate this data, and then after that I have to make some cleaning, and then run the fine tune model, test it out to see if this new model gonna actually help us to improve the TGS, which is the end goal of this fine tuning. All right, guys, thank you very much. If you have some tips for me, give a comment down below. If you like it, leave a like and subscribe, please. And let's see you next. Bye bye.